Hi everybody, I'm Adam. Welcome to Right to the Top. In today's look at study from samples, we're going to talk about the introduction, okay? So again, if you're new to this site, what I'm doing is I'm looking at your peers' sample essays, samples that have been sent to me that I have corrected, and I'm going to take pieces from all of these essays and show you how to learn from others' mistakes and how to avoid making similar mistakes yourselves. Now, let's talk about the introduction paragraph. Many people have the idea that the grader is basing your entire score on the introduction paragraph. That's not the case. They do read everything. They do judge your essay based on your introduction, body, and conclusion. But the introduction is very, very important. Why? Because A, it makes sure it tells the grader that you understood the task, and we'll talk about that separately. But more importantly, it gives a first impression. Now, it's not to say that the grader will give you a grade based on the introduction, but they have an idea of your level or your ability to write an essay right away. And then the body paragraph either confirms or this idea or changes their minds, right? So let's look at what I mean from this. Here's an example topic. So we're talking about positions in government, etc. Take a moment, read the task. And here's an example introduction paragraph and a conclusion. So this person wrote this essay. Here was the introduction, which had 67 words. Here was the conclusion, which had 21 words. In total, I had the introduction and conclusion were 88 words. Now here you're looking at 17. 17 words is just the last sentence. And I'll explain to you why this is important. Take a moment, press pause on your video player, and read the introduction and read the conclusion, and try to understand what's the biggest mistake that this person made and what the grader is thinking after reading only the introduction. He or she has not gotten to the conclusion yet. And then when you're ready, come back and I'll explain to you the problems that are apparent in this paragraph, in this introduction and conclusion. So here again is the topic, just so we don't forget it. It's always important to remember what the topic is. First sentence, today's workforce has become increasingly complex. This sentence, notice that it's in red, which means I deleted it all. This entire sentence is completely irrelevant. It's redundant. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't even introduce the topic to me as the grader or as the reader. There's nothing in this topic, in this task, about the workforce. We're talking about specifically government jobs, not the workforce in general. And the workforce has become increasingly complex. Okay, maybe, but it has nothing to do with the task, right? We're not talking about how hard it is to work, what kind of jobs are out there, what kind of workers are out there. This sentence has nothing to do with the task right now. So take it all out. The second sentence is actually better. It gets into the actual topic. And I just changed all the grammar points and whatnot. Unlike the old days, so remember, red, deletion, blue, addition. Unlike the old days when the key government positions were secured by mature-aged workers, today young people fill these positions. Again, right away the grader understands, okay, your grammar is not the best. You have some issues here, but you got the idea at least. First sentence, you're just trying to put in words for word count. Here's where the actual idea is, some grammar mistakes. Now, especially things like you're talking about today or even you're talking about modern days, use simple present verb. Why use the present perfect? Nothing is moving. Nothing has started in the past and continues today. So there's your main idea. However, now why however? You're not contrasting anything. You're not going against what you just said before. You're just moving to the actual question. While some people believe this situation is appropriate, as do I. So notice that I added the opinion right here. 3 words to add an opinion. Others argue that young people should not be given positions in key government posts. Here's one side. Here's the other side. Here's my opinion. Let's look at the last sentence. Remember, I added the opinion in 3 words. This person used 17 words to say nothing. 17 words. This essay will discuss both views. As soon as you say while some people think this and other people think that, as a reader, I understand you're going to look at the two sides. You don't need to tell me that you're going to look at the two sides. And I will state my point of view in the conclusion. Why? I will state my point of view in the conclusion. 10 words when I used 3 to actually just give you an opinion. Why wait till the end? Just put it here and use your opinion as a summary, right? So this is completely redundant and useless. And the first sentence was redundant. So right away, the grader is thinking, okay, this person doesn't have enough ideas, needs to get to the 250 word minimum, to the 250 word count minimum, and is just putting in words just to fill up space. Right away, the grader has an idea and you're starting to lose points before he or she got to the body paragraphs, okay? And here's the conclusion. I just fixed it up a little bit. Now, a very important thing. I believe that the benefits of hiring young people outweigh its disadvantages. Did the task ask you about advantages, disadvantages? Does one outweigh the other? No. It asks you, what are the two views? What is your opinion? There's nothing about comparisons. There's nothing about outweigh or disadvantages, etc. If this person would have just put his or her opinion in the introduction, this mistake would not have come up. This conclusion actually cost this person points, okay? Here is the paragraph. Now remember, the original paragraph, introduction and conclusion, 88 words. I put all of it together into 44 words. Now you're thinking, well, I can't get enough words. Putting in words just to put in words won't help you. Sure, you'll get to the minimum, but you'll actually lose more points for your task completion score and your cohesion and coherence score because of the redundancies, etc. Same ideas, 44 words. In the conclusion, I will just give a quick summary and spend more time on the body paragraphs, okay? So be careful. Don't give useless words, too many, and make sure that your introduction is very strong to give a good impression to the grader. And that impression will be confirmed in the body and conclusion, okay? If you like this video, please give me a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. Come back next week. I'll show you some more samples and more point-by-point lessons, okay? See you then. Bye-bye.